What is up, everybody? So here's what's gonna happen. Today I'm making blueberry preserves, okay? I have a tendency to go and kind of over purchase fresh produce whenever it's on sale. And this case, blueberries this was it. This was my jam. This is exactly what I had to go for. So after eating half a pint of blueberries, I still had a pint and a half left, and I certainly didn't want them to go bad in the fridge. So what I did was I put the pint and a half in this pot right here. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt, maybe a quarter teaspoon. You don't want to put too much. I have half of a lemon that I'm going to squeeze about a tablespoon's worth of juice into the blueberries. And I'm going to put just a little bit of sugar. Now, I don't want to put too much because these blueberries are super ripe. They're in season. They're super sweet. I just want to make it just a little bit sweeter. So I'm going to put about 2/3 cup of sugar into my blueberries, just like this. This is super simple, and I'm doing it with blueberries. I've certainly done it with strawberries. You can do it with raspberries, just whatever kind of fruit, berry, whatever you have in season at the moment. So I'm just gonna let this sit, mix it up for just a second, and put it over a low heat. Now what's gonna happen is these blueberries are gonna warm up and they're gonna start to burst. So I don't wanna add any more water because berries and a lot of vegetables, they're mostly comprised of water. So as soon as there's a little bit of heat added to them, they start to sweat a little bit and eliminate some of that water. So I'm gonna use that to my advantage. And that's gonna give me a nice thick syrup mixed in with all of the sugar and the lemon juice. We're gonna let this sit, check on it again in about 10 minutes and see where the berries are, all right? 10 minutes has passed and those blueberries turned from like a denim blue kind of color, like a pale color, to this bright, gorgeous purple. Look how rich that is. And you can see all of the liquid that's in there too. You see, it's making its own syrup. That's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a quick stir and make sure the heat is down to low. If not the lowest setting, then maybe the second lowest setting. And we're just gonna let this cook off for about 10 more minutes, checking on it occasionally until every last one of those berries has burst. You can see some of them have and some of them still haven't. So they'll let us know whenever they're ready to give up the goods. Okay, 10 minutes has passed and now there's even more juice released from these blueberries. I mean, seriously, this is just from the berries. There's no additional water, no additional liquid, nothing. This is just from these guys sitting here, getting warm, getting relaxed, right here in the pot. Nothing more added. Blueberries, lemon juice, sugar, that's it. Okay, these guys are about ready to can up, but not quite yet. So I want the syrup to get even thicker. I want the blueberries, all of them to burst. I want them to get really super tender. So I'm gonna keep this on the heat, a very, very low heat, for about 20 more minutes. And then we're gonna see how thick it is then. And it might just be enough to put in a jar to save for later today. Okay, 20 more minutes, super low heat, let it simmer, let it go. These guys are doing their thing and you can go do your thing too. Meet you right back here in 20. 20 minutes gone by and the blueberries have reduced even more, even at the super low heat that I kept them on. Now it looks like a beautiful, thin blueberry jam. But look at all of this liquid. Look at all of that luscious syrup that it gave up. I'm so excited about this. All right, so 20 minutes have passed, so I can go ahead and kill the heat just like that. I'm going to take my towel and put it down on my counter or my stovetop and get a clean glass jar. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put the blueberries into the glass jar. And I don't need to put any kind of gelatin in it. Yes, it's gonna make a jam. Yes, it's going to thicken up, but the fruit has a natural pectin in it. So if you evaporate enough of the water out of the juice or out of the berry, then it's gonna thicken up and create its own natural syrup and thicken like, you know, a piece of, like a little sheet of gelatin would help it to thicken and coagulate. But this is so much better. It just tastes so much better. And you don't have to worry about measurements about, you know, did I put too much? Did I not put enough? Just let the fruit do its thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this right into my glass jar, berries and all. I don't have to worry about smashing them up because quite honestly, If you want a smoother jam, then go ahead and smash them up, and you can even, put them through a fine strainer to get a lot of the skins out. But since I use this for blueberry cake toppings or pancakes or even cookies, I like to have a little texture, and I love the little pops of berries that remain in there. So here we go. Now, I firmly believe that had I not eaten that half pint of berries, I'd probably have enough to fill up this jar. But that's all right, because this isn't going to last very long in the fridge anyway. But check it out. Oh, that's very hot. But check it out. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at those berries. You can still see the steam coming off of it. So I'm going to let this sit on the counter for about 10 minutes and cool off a bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. It's still going to be very warm, but it'll be okay. It's going to create a natural vacuum, and I will seal it up, put it in the refrigerator, and enjoy it at my leisure. Okay, guys, super, super simple blueberry or strawberry, whatever berry you have, kind of jam. Very rustic, very homemade, very easy, and pretty quick too. So Kitchen Bravo's got you covered for all of summertime yumminess. Blueberries are so good, they just make you so happy. All right, bon appetit, guys. Cheers.